And let's go to the South Doppler. I can show you the tornado on South Dop, and it is located here east of Joy and just to the northwest of Sulphur. That's the tornado vortex right there.
Sirens are sounding in Roth and Norman.
Sirens are sounding in Roth, Oklahoma, which is over here, Roth and Hickory, because it's heading for you, and also in Norman. You folks in Norman who hear the sirens, it is over at 48th and 60th Street, east of you on the east side of Norman for a tornado warning. That's the center of that spin. Now, let's go back to the storm tracker, and this has been the big tornado down south, and huge hook here, indications of a large multi-vortex tornado. If we have Chance or Corey, let's go to them. Let's go to Corey. Go, Corey.
Corey's up north.
Okay, Corey's up north. Let's go to Chance. Let's go to Chance. Chance, update from you.
Tornado. Mike, this is a wedge tornado. It's a half a mile wide. I'm turning around. We're taking 80, 90 mile an hour inflow winds into this tornado. We had to jump south to get a south track on this thing, but it's crossing the road. It's a beast tornado, Mike. It's a violent, violent tornado. Luckily, it's pretty sparsely populated out here, but it's at least a half mile wide. Violent motion on the backside of this tornado. Looks like the tornado's going to be probably 4 or 5 miles northeast of Davis right now. Getting ready to cross the road right in front of me. Back to you.
Okay. So it's still on the ground, and it's a wedge tornado. It's at least a quarter mile wide, a third of a mile wide. You know, we're talking big, violent tornado here. And it is heading for just on the north side of Sulphur, heading for Hickory and Roth. And the winds in it may be over 200 miles per hour. Strong, violent, multi-vortex tornado. Now, let's go to the chopper. The chopper now is down by Wynnewood. He's very close to the damage path. Okay, so he's swinging around the storm. Let's go to Chopper 4 here live. John? And we're looking at the, you can see the edge of the mesocyclone here, right here. Go, John.
Yeah, we're over at the town of Katy right now, pretty much shooting back towards the east where that tornado is in there. Come back to your left just a little bit, Jack. But you can see how dark it is in there in the rain. We're still on the back side of it, so we're not able to get any light on it or see it. We should have a little bit better picture as we come around on the south side. We're almost pretty much just straight west of the area of rotation here, Mike.
Okay, John, appreciate that. You're going to be flying over the damage path here momentarily. We have had one house has been destroyed just west of I-35. Kevin Ogle joins us. Kevin?
West of Wynnewood, people trapped under debris, rescue working right now.
Okay, say that one more time, Kev.
Home destroyed 6 miles southwest of Wynnewood with people trapped under the debris, rescue working at this time.
There you go. That's the tornado track when it was 6 southwest of Wynnewood. Rescue in operation right now. That was about 25 minutes ago. Home destroyed 6 southwest of Wynnewood from that large, violent multi-vortex tornado. Let's go back to Chance or Jeremy. So this is dangerous. Let's go to Jeremy here. Hickory Roth, just north of Sulphur. It's a large wedge multi-vortex tornado. Go, guys. There it is. Man, look at the size of it.
On that Wynnewood house that was destroyed, no injuries.
Mike, it's a half a mile wide. There's 2 winds.
Half a mile wide tornado, folks. That is a wedge. Well, that's what we call a wedge tornado because it's shaped like a wedge. And, you know, we don't need to talk about wedge tornadoes in Oklahoma because we know about them. That's what that is. That is a wedge tornado. On the leading edge here, there's debris coming out in front. Here's the back of it right here. Maybe a half a mile wide. It's low, it's violent, it's multi-vortex. That is a wedge tornado. These are the tornadoes that can really cause problems for folks. So you need to be in the safest spot you know. And I'm telling you, winds over 200 miles an hour, that can do terrible things. Go, guys. Jeremy, go. Go, Chance. So this is that.
Hey, Mike, this tornado is a quarter to a half mile wide. It's a violent tornado. There's rain wrapping all around it. It's kind of hard to see. I had to get out here in just a minute.
Okay, so, and folks, we apologize for the rough communication. It's kind of rough, you know, going over the terrain and such, but, you know, the bottom line is wedge tornado here, could be up to a half mile wide. We think the winds are 200 miles per hour plus in it, and this is the kind of stuff that sweeps stuff clean. You know, trees and houses, it sweeps stuff clean. These are the really bad ones. We've got one down there today, and it's on the ground right now. Look at the huge hook. Let's take Max 3. Let's take Max 3 in rapid scan. And look at the hook here coming around. There's the little town of Chigley there. And then we've got over here Rolfe and Hickory. Here's Sulphur. and you can see that this is the debris ball and the tornado itself. And it's really a big tornado here just to the northwest of Sulphur by only 3 miles. 3 miles due northwest of Sulphur. If it turns any more to the right or to the south, it's going to try to graze the northern side of Sulphur. So you folks in Sulphur, bottom line, you're under a tornado warning. Roth and Hickory heading for you as well. Let's go back to Chance or Jeremy and get an update here. Kind of ease back on that, Matt. Let's ease back on that a little bit. Okay, while we have a little downtime here, let's go back up north. We'll get back with our team of trackers with pictures. Large wedge tornado continues. So rotation here continues to intensify on the east side of Norman. Just north of Highway 9, we've got Emily and Mark on that. Let's go to them right now with an update for the eastern sides of Norman. Guys, what do you have? Tornado warning continues. I tell you, the center of circulation is going to be right on the northern side of 9 at 60th Street. That's where it is right now. The northern side of 9, let's get out of that, go back to the intensity. Northern side of 9 on 60th Street. That's where the rotation is right now. So we're talking about just north of 9, so Lindsay at about east 60th. Hail sizes here are now going to tennis ball size hail, and it's heading over into Pink, Little Axe, and it's right over Thunder.
Up to a mile wide.
Up to a mile wide?
Every bit of it.
Every bit of a mile wide down south. This one here, developing tornado, but not on the ground right now. Over Thunderbird, heading for Little Axe, up Highway 9 to Pink, into Pottawatomie County. Tornado warning continues, Cleveland County. Let's back way out, Matt. Let's back out. Back out. Just back out. Okay, now let's go up north here. Okay, so we've got big-time storms north of Mulhall here with hail, but just hail, going to quarter size. South side of Guthrie, there's some hail there as well. That storm is severe, came out of Edmond. So these are just hailers here. Tornado warning at 60th and Lindsay right now. Let's head on south. Let's go on south, Matt. Head on down south. Okay, look at the huge circulation here. Mile-wide multi-vortex wedge on the ground right now. Just to the north of Sulphur, it's a grinder, big debris ball there. Northwest of Sulphur currently. Do we have Chance or Jeremy? Let's go to them now live. Go.
Hey, Mike, look at how large this is. We got a mile-wide tornado on the ground, and this area to the left, on the north side of it, the winds are intense. We're starting to get satellites, and we've been getting beat to death with anywhere from golf balls close to tennis ball size hail. Back to you.
Holy mackerel, look at that. Folks, these tornadoes are killers. They really are. I just have to tell you that. You've got to take every precaution with these. You know, sometimes when you get, sometimes you're great, right? But other times you're not. And this is one of these situations where you've got to know that these tornadoes scour the ground, okay? Winds of 200 miles per hour plus. It is a low wedge. Look at the violent motion in it, and look at all the debris in it. That is a mile-wide wedge, huge tornado.
510. Fittsdown 533, Frisco 540, Stonewall 546, and Tupelo at 557. All right, so northern Murray County, tornado warning. Also now southwestern.
Bobby Shot.
Let's go to Bobby Shot and take a look at this tornado, folks. Holy cow. Wow. Wow. That is massive. That is a massive. Look at the motion as it updates. Look at the real time. Look at the mesocyclone. Look at the mesocyclone with that. And look how this is wrapping in. Man, that's going to be a dangerous tornado. An EF2, possibly an EF3. That is a mean tornado, folks. Tennis ball size hail on the north sides. Up in here where the core is, tennis ball size hail, and tornado on the ground.
A tornado emergency is coming for that storm since it's such a violent tornado.
Tornado emergency now. Winds approaching 200 miles per hour, at least an EF3, if not an EF4. Might have an EF4 back in here. Bobby Payne's looking right at it.
Tornado emergency will include Roth and Hickory.
Okay, Roth and Hickory. Tornado emergency. If you live anywhere near those cities, you have to get to a safe spot right now. If you just ride this thing out, sitting in your living room, there's a chance you will not survive. You've got to go. You can survive. You've got to go to the lowest part of the house. If you live in a mobile home or a trailer, you have to get out. You cannot stay in a mobile home or a trailer. If you are going to stay at home and it's coming your way, okay, here's the deal. You got to get in the lowest level, center part of the house. I can't say it enough. Interior bathroom, interior closet. You have to go there now. This is a violent tornado. This is a violent tornado. This is the right side of the mesocyclone. It's right back in here. Bobby, get up on that ledge right there. Let's get Bobby up on that. Have him drive up that bank. Have Bobby Payne drive up that. Bobby Payne, drive up that right there. Just go on where it says do not enter. Go around it. Get up on top of that thing. I want to see what it looks like. Wow, look at that, folks. That's a large tornado. That's a violent tornado. The back edge is right here. Bobby Payne, we have him in the Gettner. Give us an update. I know you're looking at the back side. Can you see the tornado right now?
Yes, the motion is very intense. It almost looks like it's going to be a wedge tornado. Looks like it's going to be very wide at the, wow. Okay, I'm trying to get up yeah, look at that.
There you go. There it is. Yeah, Bobby, get up top. Good job. Yeah, come up top. Come up top. There it is. Okay, Bobby, let your image update. There's the left side of the tornado. It's a large, violent tornado. Large, violent tornado. It's going to be at least an EF4, possibly stronger. At least an EF4 tornado, possibly stronger. That's the back edge of the tornado. That's the back edge of the tornado, folks. That is a horrible, horrible scene. Bobby, can you see the right side of the tornado? Give us an update. Go.
David, no, I can. It looks like it's starting to become rain wrapped.
All right, Bobby. Okay, well, there it is. That's the left side of the tornado. He cannot see the right side of the tornado because of its width and because of the rain that's beginning to fill in on the right side. Large tornado again on the ground. Bobby Payne's looking right at it. It's going to go just north of Sulphur. Tornado emergency once again for Roth and Hickory. That means you have to go to your safe spot. You cannot just sit this thing out in your living room or your kitchen. You have to go to an interior closet or an interior bathroom. And again, this is a killer tornado, okay? This is a deadly tornado. It's an EF4 just by looking at velocity data and by looking at the sheer magnitude of that shot right there.
David, it is now about 1.5 miles just to the west of 177. It's going to cross 177, 4 miles north of Sulphur. After it crosses 177, that is the Chickasaw Turnpike coming out of Sulphur.
Yes.
So folks do not want to be on the Chickasaw Turnpike or 177.
Yes, troopers need to close the turnpike down. It's Highway 1. It's the turnpike. Need to close it down. The Chickasaw Turnpike. Okay, need to close it down. Let's go back to Storm Shield 9. Let's keep Bobby's shot up. And there it is. Boy, look at the hook, folks. There's Bobby. And there it is. There's a Chickasaw Turnpike that runs up to the northeast, comes into Ada. Large and violent tornado on the ground, becoming wrapped in rain, which makes it even scarier. You can't see it. You won't know it's coming until it hits you. Okay? You will not see that tornado. It's just going to be a dark ball of debris. A dark ball of debris moving almost due east. Right now it's about 3 to 4 miles north of Sulphur, and it's about a mile west of Highway 177. All right, so we need to get Bobby moving at some point to the northeast. He's just going to ride out ahead of that. Need to keep him in the slot. Need to keep him moving to the northeast, but keep him in the slot. Okay, let's come back to the metro now. Vaughn's coming in from the north. Let's come back to Oklahoma City. Large and violent tornado. Okay, we need to come back north here. Tornado warning continues for eastern Cleveland County. Vaughn Castor is right there. Let's get Vaughn in the Gettner. Vaughn's coming in from the northeast. Get an update from Vaughn. Vaughn, go ahead. You're on. Go.
Yeah, David, I'm just now starting to get some pretty heavy precip. I'm going to get on Highway 9 here and look back to the west and see what we got. As soon as I get in the clearing here, David, back to you.
Okay, all right, good job. And Vaughn, that tornado warning does continue. There is obviously rotation with that. And but again, I know you don't see anything right now, but please stay with it. You're dropping south. You're going to come in on the south side. Possible tornado is going to be on the north side of Lake Thunderbird. Okay, there's the inflow notch right here. If you live north of the lake, if you live north of Lake Thunderbird, over to Little Axe, over to Pink, there's the hook. You need to be in your safe spot right now. And if any of those guys see anything, if Vaughn sees something, holler. All right, I know Vaughn's getting in position right now. Tennis ball, golf ball, the tennis ball size hail. Anything else going on up north on the radar?
Up north, not at the moment. I can take a closer look here if you want to go up that way.
Okay, there's Darren. This storm here is severe southeastern Logan County, but not tornadic. All right, let's jump north here real quick. Let's jump north. Okay, these two cells up here we need to watch. West of Orlando, south of Covington. And, okay, we need to keep an eye on those. Let's back out just a bit. Where's Hank?
Edmond.
Okay. And we need to get, Allen needs to get east and drop south. Justin, Allen needs to get east and drop south. Okay. Yeah, Marty Logan's right there. Allen's got to get east. This thing's headed to Perry. Alan's got to get east. We got to separate these guys. Okay, let's come back south.
And David, just so you know, Jim Gardner can now see the storm that's over Lake Thunderbird at the moment.
Let's go. Let's go to Jim Gardner. He's over the tornado storm, the tornado warned storm now in Cleveland County. Let's take Jim's shot full, then we'll go back south. There it is, Jim. All right, Jim Gardner, you're live. We have your shot up, and I do not see a tornado on the ground, but it's on the north sides of Lake Thunderbird. Give us an update.
Well, that's right, David. We're looking at it right now. We got a tag hanging down right there. It's a pretty large wall cloud. It's right at the back of the main storm. It's clear air behind it. So we're right in a really good position tracking it, David. But you can see that tag right there hanging down. Again, this is moving, and it's moving at a pretty good rate. And right now, I don't know if this is the one you're talking about, David, or not, but right now I'm looking at Lake Thunderbird, which is going to be north of where this is. This is going to be on the south side of Lake Thunderbird here, I believe, right now as we pick this up, and we're kind of tracking this. But you can see that tag right there. It is definitely rotating, but I don't know if this is the one you're talking about or not, David, but you can verify that or not. But this may produce a tornado here in just a few minutes. Jim Gardner live from Bob Mills, Scott News 9, back to you.
There are kind of two areas, David.
Yeah.
With that same storm.
Yeah, Jim, here's the deal. We have two areas of circulation, one on the southeast side, and then there's one on the west side, the far western sides, on the north side of Lake Thunderbird, okay? So make sure Jim knows that. Make sure Jim knows that, okay? And we'll go after whichever one is going to produce the tornado if it does. We hope it doesn't. We hope and pray that it doesn't. But this thing is really, really starting to ramp up here. There's the right side of what we call the bell. There's the left side of what we call the bell or the updraft. In the middle, you get your ringer. We don't like the ringers. We don't want a ringer, okay? We don't want this thing to do anything. We're keeping an eye on it. But we have two areas of circulation down in Norman, east sides of Norman, actually. Norman, you're in the clear. This is well east of you. Okay, Jim Gardner's right there. Trust me, Jim doesn't miss anything. If this does anything, he'll be all over it. Okay, let's go back, and there it is. Okay, here's Jim, right? Jim's right here, and he's looking off to the northwest. He's looking at this. There's also an area back in here on the north sides of the lake. So we have two areas.
Yeah, Vaughn is very near the southeast area of circulation right now on Highway 9.
Vaughn is currently?
Yes, see him right there.
Okay, there's a shot. Hey, Vaughn, what do you see? Give us an update. You're right here. This is Vaughn. He's at this other southeast area of circulation. Make sure Jim Gardner knows there's another area, okay? Make sure Jim Gardner knows. Go ahead, Vaughn. Give us an update.
Look at that updraft right there. Look at that in my shot. There's nothing that's on the ground on the south side of this rotation. But that updraft is just spinning like a top, David. So we're going to watch this as it travels down Highway 9, and as soon as we get something else, we'll get back with you.
Okay. All right. Great job there, Vaughn. Vaughn Castor. Can't get any better than that. As far as looking at it, he's right there. He is all over that thing, okay?
Bobby's about to have a shot. He can still see a massive tornado down south in Murray County. All
right, Bobby Payne's right here. Tom and Rob are here. Obviously, we said it was going to miss Sulphur. It did. It's headed up. I tell you what, it's lifted a little farther north now. Loop that for me, Lacey. Here's Roth. You folks in Roth, I can't say it enough. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 miles southwest of Roth. Violent tornado on the ground. Violent tornado on the ground north of Sulphur. Sulphur, you're not going to get hit. You are not going to get hit in Sulphur. It's north of you, but a violent tornado continues. Let's go to Bobby Payne's shot. Let's take it full screen. Bobby's looking off to his north. Bobby, what do you see? Give us an update. How big's that tornado? Bobby Payne? Do we have Bobby Payne? Nope. All right,
it's crossing 177.
Okay. All right. It's crossing once. Yeah, let's come back. Let's come back. There we go. Who just said that?
Tom.
All right. Let's go to Tom. Let's go to Tom. Tom's a little farther south. We'll get Bobby back in here. Tom, give us an update. Large, violent tornado. It's been on the ground. What do you see right now? I know you're going through Sulphur coming up from the north. Give us an update.
Yeah, I'm in Sulphur, and I can see the large tornado. We're going to go east and try to get ahead of it. There's a lot of trees, but definitely a large wedge tornado on the ground.
Okay. Thank you. Okay. All right. Stay with it, Tom. Keep getting north and east. I know what you're doing. You got to get north, and then you got to get back northeast. It's going to go right up the Chickasaw Turnpike. It's going right up the Chickasaw Turnpike. It's going to try to cross it here. It's going to try to cross it. Highway Patrol needs to close it down. It's a violent tornado. It's going to cross the turnpike.
Folks in Hickory also need to be in their safe spot just to the south of Roth.
And here's Hickory. Yeah, it's going to go on top or just north of Hickory. And boy, it's really, really ramped up. All right. Wow, it is really, really ramped up. Big tornado, violent tornado, violent tornado. Not good. We hate all tornadoes, but we hate the violent ones too. We really do. It's not good. Okay, there it is. There's Bobby Payne.
Bobby
There's
can
area of
see it. He can
circulation.
see the wedge.
Okay, let's go back to Bobby Payne and get an update from him. Bobby, you're on live. Go ahead. Give us an update. What do you see?
David, right now I'm at the Chickasaw Turnpike, and just east of 177, I've got a very large wedge tornado on the ground. I'm estimating this is going to be a mile-wide tornado with very violent rotation. So anyone that's east, northeast of this storm or in the path of it needs to be in shelter right now. But this is going to be a very dangerous and potentially life-threatening situation. Back to you, David.
Yeah, no doubt, Bobby. This is a deadly tornado, mile wide. We said it was a half
tornado
mile
emergency
to
continues.
a mile wide. Tornado emergency continues. If you have anybody, if you know anybody that lives in Roth, to the southwest of Roth, you have to call them. Okay, they have to go to their safe spot. If you're not in a safe spot, an interior closet, interior bathroom, there's a chance you will not survive this tornado. You just can't be in your living room. You've got to get to the center part of the house. There's a tornado. It's right here. Okay, we can't show you where it is any clearer than that. That's where the tornado is. Okay, Chickasaw Turnpike's right here. Lacey, go ahead and loop that for me. Go ahead and loop it. And it's moving almost due east. It lifted a little bit north, about a mile, made a right turn. Okay, they wobble like an eye of a hurricane. Just low pressure, they wobble. There's all kinds of fluid going on around this thing with the jet streams and all this going on. So it's lifted a little bit north. Now it's back moving due right, moving due east. So Caller, is that Kohler? Caller Road. It's headed for you and Baker Road. That's where the tornado is right now. It's a mile wide. It's a mile wide, violent tornado. EF4, EF5 possibly, and it's moving due east, okay? It's moving due east. If you live in a mobile home and you're east of this, and if you live in a mobile home, you have to leave. You cannot stay home and ride this out in a mobile home. There's a tornado now becoming wrapped in rain. It's trying to become wrapped in rain. Wow, look at that. Bobby Payne's right there. Let's go back to Bobby Payne. Bobby, what do you see on that? Give us an update. What do you see?
David, right now I'm seeing the backside of the wedge tornado, and the rain has wrapped around the tornado, so it's going to be very hard to see. I'll tell you what, this very violent motion now, just about a mile to 2 miles, mile and a half. It looks like it's getting ready to cross the Chickasaw Turnpike here pretty soon, just right in front of me. Back to you, David.
Okay, just remember, Bobby, if you're going to try to shoot the gap, you better do it. If not, you're going to be driving through debris, so remember that. It's going to be a possibility. There's a violent tornado crossing Kohler Road right now, and Baker Road, and and there's Chickasaw Turnpike. It's going to cross the turnpike on the bend, all right, at Baker Road. And we hope that the Oklahoma Highway Patrol has shut this down. If not, and somebody's on it, it'll toss a car like a toy, okay? Violent tornado continues down here. Tornado emergency continues for Hickory. If you live north of Hickory, if you know anybody that lives north of Hickory, go ahead, give them a call. You might just save their life, okay? You might just save their life if you give them a call right now. That's where the tornado is. Boy, I tell you what, let's query some of the data here real quick. Yeah, we're on the threshold of EF4 stuff here right now, folks. 90, yeah, 90, and we've got 70, 80, 90, give or take. Yeah, it's a violent tornado. It's a big tornado, violent tornado, and you can tell. Look at the mile. See the mile squares, and circulation. You can basically pick out. It's a mile wide. It's every bit of a half to a mile wide tornado.
And Tom and Rob have a shot up.
Okay, let's go to Tom and Rob. Let's take their shot. And Tom and Rob, the tornado. Tell me what you're looking at there. You're looking off to your east. Give us an update. Looking off to your north. Go ahead. Go ahead, Tom. All right, well, there's a shot.
Yeah, sorry.
You're
the
fine.
tornado is wrapped in rain from our location. We had a clear vantage point, one of the few down here. But I am trying to get east and up to one.
Okay, Tom, hang with it. I want you to go east, right? I need you to go east, out of Sulphur like you're doing. Keep going east, and then we'll get you back out ahead of this thing. But go east. Just keep blasting east. I know you know what you're doing. I'm just trying to help you out here a little bit. Okay. Boy, I tell you what, it's crossing the Chickasaw Turnpike right now. Let's come back to Oklahoma City. Let's come back to Oklahoma City, talk about our storm. Violent tornado crossing the Chickasaw Turnpike a mile north of Bobby Payne. A mile north of Bobby. Bobby's shot is just all dark. You can't see anything. It's wrapped in rain. Okay, let's come back to Oklahoma City. There it is, crossing the turnpike now. Violent tornado. Let's come back to Oklahoma City. Let's talk about the Supercell up here real quick on Storm Shield. Let's come back north. And let's come back north. Tornado warning. Vaughn's right there. Jim Gardner's right there. Let's go to Vaughn. Look at this shot, folks. You want to see what we call a LP, or low precipitation supercell. Looks like a barber pole spinning in the sky. You want to see that? Look at that. Look at that shot. Okay, this is coming up, and it's going around. There's the next layer going up and around. That is a rotating thunderstorm. Now, we don't often see it like this because we have a lot of humidity, and this is all covered up most of the time here in Oklahoma City. This is what storms look like in western Oklahoma and the Texas and Oklahoma panhandles. They don't look like this. That's a supercell. Let's go to Vaughn. Vaughn, we have your shot up. Give us a quick update on what that storm's doing. How tight's that rotation underneath it? You're looking right at it.
It's starting to tighten up right now, right over Highway 9. That would be southwest of Pink on Highway 9. I'm starting to get rising scud off of from Highway 9 right over Highway 9. So it looks like it's developing maybe a small wall cloud, a little lowering right now, but it's starting to tighten up, and we'll keep watching it, David. Back to you.
Okay, all right, let's go to Jim Gardner. Great job, Vaughn. No tornado on the ground. Vaughn's right there. This is for eastern Cleveland County. Let's go up top. Look at that. Look at the striations. You think that thing's turning like a top? 1, 2, count them. Count them. There's Lake Thunderbird. Jim, you're looking right at it. There's a spot. What do you think? How fast is that stuff rotating from your perspective? Give us an update, Jim Gardner.
Well, it definitely has a rotation in it, David. I'd say it's not rotating really fast right now, but it's just a humongous wall cloud. You can see the Lake Thunderbird. Now, this is on the very southeast corner of Lake Thunderbird. Look at the cloud up above it, David. You can see the hole that is cleared out as it goes up, and that top shelf cloud, it actually wraps around. If we went back to the left, but the light's pretty bright, it wraps around the back side of this wall cloud there. So you can see that come around. It wraps around the back side, and then that is just cut a clear spot out of that. And it is definitely rotating, David. It is very low to the ground right now. I'm sitting right over. I just passed Laurel Lee Lane and 180th Street here, southeast of Lake Thunderbird. But man, what a wall cloud! Nothing comes out of it yet, but it is in clear air, and it is just it's just crazy looking, David. Jim Gardner reporting live from Bob Mills, Scotty's 9. Back to you.
Well, Jim, we call this a mothership. It looks like a big UFO is invading Lake Thunderbird. I mean, that's what it looks like. Jim, back out just a second in your shot. Just back out. Look at all this flowing up and into the updraft. That's the updraft. Look at the striations here. Look at that, folks. That is incredible. You see this stuff up in Colorado. Okay, so supercell, tornado warning continues for East Norman. We're talking about Lake Thunderbird. Let's go back to Storm Shield. Go back to Storm Shield. Here's where Jim is. Vaughn's right here. Circulation's right back in here. Okay, let's go to velocity data here. Let's see if we have anything on velocity data. It's spinning. There it is. It's right here. Let's go to shear rate. Let's see what we have on shear rate.
Let me switch radars.
Okay. All right, go ahead. There it is.
Really close to this radar
Yeah,
site.
there it is. Okay. Still have it, though. It's over the north finger of Lake Thunderbird. That's the dangerous part of this storm right now. Right here. Right here. Right here. Okay? And it's moving east-northeast towards Twin Lakes, towards Bethel Acres. Okay? We need to do a storm track on that when we get a second. OBU, Shawnee, you need to be watching this thing. It may not produce a tornado, but I tell you what, it sure could.